Alright, we're live.
Listening to. We're live.
Yep.
Okay, hold up. Let me go home button. I'm farming on Green Blue because it's a good game.
Yeah, I see you beat the story mode, which
10
took
hours.
10
And
fucking
here's what's-
hours.
Anyway, hi.
Hi. Welcome to this live stream review and prediction video. So, I knew I couldn't do this alone. I know nothing about Warcraft and Lord of the Rings, so I invited the only person I knew that knows about both series. You already heard him say hi.
Hi again.
It's Total. It's Total Drama Island.
It says
He's
the
here.
stream is offline by Reaper. Okay. Stage 2.
Now we're live. Anyways, the only person I knew that knows about both series. You already heard him say hi. Are you watching my? It's Total.
No.
It's Total Drama Island.
Maybe the stream is offline by Reaper. Okay. Stage 2.
Now we're live. Anyways, this is going.
This is going a great start. Anyway, so
Total Drama World Tour. Are you watching my? It's Total.
No.
It's repeat.
Maybe the stream is offline by Reaper. Okay. Stage 2. It's been
Now we're live.
a great Halloween it was yesterday.
This is
going the matchup of slashers. Anyway,
so Total, can you lower your stream? Are you watching my? What are we even doing?
Stage 2. Don't know. I'm trying to continue this.
No,
which is very
we
difficult.
have to do.
This is going the matchup of slashers. Anyway, so Tang,
Yes.
how happy are you that your most wanted has happened? Which is
it's
Jason
still hard.
Voorhees versus Michael Myers.
What are we even doing? It's hard. Okay, I need you to lower that first. I
I'm
can't
trying to
hear
continue
you.
this.
No,
which is very
we
difficult.
have to do.
Here's the thing, though. It's muted. So, what?
Yes.
How happy are you?
Hold up.
Most wanted.
Oh fuck! It's my. Okay.
Is it you?
Yeah, it was you. It's me. Okay. Okay, bro. I'm good now. Anyways.
I haven't even brought out the alcohol yet. My goodness.
Alright, we're going to be doing a quick review of Jason Michael, then we're going to get to the good stuff. Jason Michael.
Jason Michael.
This
Halloween episode.
This is going to be very hard to say since this was my most wanted, but it was mid.
Oh, it's not hard for me because I never liked the matchup. I just didn't like.
Yeah.
I was everything that it would give off that people were hype about. I was never a fan of. Even when they would always give up reasons like, oh hey, you can have it to where survivors are trying to run away from them while they're fighting, kind of would make it to where, and like they showed in the episode, it would focus more on the survivors than the actual fight.
That actually kind of makes sense because these two don't do anything on their. I mean, they do stuff on their own, but adding people like brings more of,
brings more flavor.
Yeah, but it kind of didn't work. Where like that the black guy, not to be racist, but I think Sam, that's his name.
How did they get? No, I think ThanoQuest already gave him a new name, which is called Anos.
Okay.
I think his name was Anos.
So the Sam guy took up like most of the episode. I mean the animation, and like didn't take the fight seriously.
I think one of my big things how I could describe Jason Michael was it's it's a stale cake, I want to say, where it has everything that towers up for it, like the legacy. Was it
Hmm.
the legacy? How you can settle it? Everything about it.
Yeah.
Even the whole animation they did with it, 3D animated by Devil Artemis, had survivors in it. That was the frosting on the cake. But
Listen.
once you take a
Yeah.
little bite out of it, you start seeing stuff that was missing.
Yeah.
For
Don't get. Oh,
instance,
sorry.
like 15 minutes.
Yeah. Like.
I feel like it should be longer.
Like it should have been like an over 20-minute episode, but like the matchup was like so obvious that they didn't even like make it out long to really explain. Like it's been.
Like even Omnilander, everyone knew that Homelander was gonna die
It
horribly,
was a minute
but they
longer.
actually still kept, yeah, they still actually kept going with it.
Yeah, and that's a bigger
And
stop
that
than
one,
this.
and not only that, it also had like, oh, we're gonna try to make sure it's specifically on like season 1 and 2 of The Boys and season 1 of Invincible, so we're not spoiling everything.
Show proceeds to
These
show
two,
comic.
these two, you can even show Halloween Ends,
Yeah,
which just came out,
which is
and these
fucking
guys
garbage.
still have
Don't watch
everything.
it. Fucking garbage. Halloween Ends. Bad movie. Anyways, sorry about that.
Um, where else can I say for? I know I have a friend who was telling me about how. Let me ask. Let
Wait,
me
was it
say
Ethan?
how she said it.
Oh no, no.
No.
I remember you telling me that, but I don't
There
remember either.
was like it was really short.
Mhm.
It
All right.
was missing a lot of feats for both. Like one of them being how Michael was able to crush a skull
Hmm.
and outrun bullets.
Yeah.
They did bring that to teleporting, which is faster than the bullet feat, but
That
still, I
the,
feel
the
like
the teleporting parts like took up most of the analysis.
like which I feel like made sense because
That's been like
again,
a running thing for years.
looking back at all the old like theories for the teleport and shit,
Hmm.
I feel like it would made sense for the teleporting to take up a lot.
Yeah, because like it's one of the most important things in this fight. Like, yes, these two can teleport,
Yeah,
and like, but they wanted to like confirm it. He does do it in the game, so he can.
they
But I'm
didn't
just
even
saying it.
bring up the game outside of just
I don't think he showed any like footage from
remaster.
the game in this episode. They just focused on like movie clips.
Yeah, specifically the movies, which I'm happy about
Like you
that.
should. Like you should.
Yeah,
And I'm
but then again,
surprised
I
like
feel
they
like
didn't
there
show
should have
anything
been
Mortal
some
Kombat.
other stuff. Hell, I wish they even brought like reference Terror Dome.
Yeah.
You can have it
Have
to
like a
where
second.
Ringmaster's playing it on the Switch. You can hear the Terror Dome music.
Yes. Well, I have a death but I can have it right here. But yeah.
They also had it to where it was really unique how they started off and with the animation for Wisdom Boomstick, how it was actually take place in a campfire
Yeah, I like that.
and everyone was slowly taken down one by one.
Mhm. And then like at the end you see like Michael, right? I think that's Michael, right? Behind them.
No, I think I
It
heard
looked like
people
Michael
say
Silhouette.
Jason. I heard some say Michael. To this point, I'm just saying it's just a new character. I'm
It's
calling
not
him
gonna
Ricky
matter.
Bobby.
I don't think like
Rick,
that thing's gonna come back. I think that was just a time thing.
yeah.
Alright. But
Also, what I see right here on the review as we're talking about this, how they brought up the comics
yeah.
for Jason.
Mhm. And how he like has Uber Jason and
I
he fought Mike Leatherface and Ash Williams.
they felt it felt more like they were focusing more with how instead of what Jason has done throughout the movies. It was more of, oh, look at all this weird
Look,
BS that Jason has been through.
guys, he fought Ash Williams. Isn't that groovy?
He fought Ash Williams. He fought Leatherface. He
I,
even fought Freddy, which I
it is
think, if I'm
canon.
correct, they actually kept that as an actual feat.
Yeah, they mentioned
Um,
it both in the analysis and the result.
I do know for a fact that for Michael, um, they I think they actually done this because when I was watching this again, I think it's at the very end. They even gave Michael Myers Dead by Daylight scaling because they did talk about Dead by Daylight,
Oh
the
yeah,
black box.
hmm they mentioned the end,
Yeah.
and also they showed one thing from Dead by Daylight, like one little clip from the trailer. Anyways, yeah. Why did Freeze? Okay. Anyways,
Like it would like this really did hit the mark on what they're trying to set a goal for the Halloween episode.
I could
But
say
out of all the Halloween episodes we had, which is Ganon Drac,
Ryu
John
Scorpion
Saber,
counts
Dio
currently,
Alucard, and Ryu Scorpion.
and John
This
Saberwolf.
one just, I feel like
This
they
one,
had an idea of how to make it be up there. It just didn't hit it.
it's like right now, it's like the bottom, like behind Saberwolf John, which is sad for me. It's the fifth of the Halloween episodes. And speaking of the animation, I mean, we focus more on
Is
the.
it is it weird to say that the animation made it feel like they're it feels like like an actual horror movie from where they're both from,
Hmm.
just the old timey slasher films.
Yeah, and
However,
that's what they wanted to focus on more with, like how they
but
evolve. Yeah,
you gotta know that how bullshit Jason is and how much weird stuff that Michael's been through.
hmm
It the animation felt more like on their weakest side than what they actually can do.
and
Like
listen,
we're not seeing Jason just straight up like freaking throw Michael into a building or anything. We don't see Michael just like I feel like the teleporting part should have been added, even if they said that teleporting for both is denied.
it would have been like hilarious, like if we see them both teleport and then you see the cameraman behind them and he just runs
What
away.
the?
And listen, I love Devil Artemis. I like his animations, but when he does fighting animations with like not Dragon Ball characters, it's weird. Like
Especially considering the fact how when Michael and Jason are throwing hands,
or weapons.
it feels well, yeah, or weapons. Um, it doesn't feel like Jason or Michael whatsoever,
Like, it was like they weren't even the main focus in this animation.
which is funny because if that's the case, you're, then what's the point of the fight then?
Actually, you know what? It kind of makes sense. Like I said this in a reaction because it makes sense because we focus on the point of view of our heroes in both series, so it kind of makes sense to focus on the human characters than the actual killers. Yeah, so it's better to focus on like who you're rooting for, like yeah, stay alive, but like they're dead, and the killer wins.
I I actually personally thought when I was hearing because I remember hearing the music for this before the fight,
Hmm.
which I'm not usually a fan of Therwolf's like specific kind of music where
Like they are
it's
like the
supposed to
poster
fit the
boy of
fight.
background music,
Yeah.
and like I trust them. I trust them, and they definitely like succeeded with the feel of the
Oh
battle.
yeah, yeah, hands down, it feels perfectly. I just at the very end of it,
It felt like filler.
um, yeah, it just feels like filler. Like there's so many moments in the song where it would just end up being full on empty.
Yeah,
Like there's no music whatsoever, and then out of nowhere, blah, all that.
like you just hear like nothing, like "Bah, da, da."
I mean, it's still great overall. Fits both characters perfectly.
It does.
Though I feel like it fits more on my it. You could tell like there's some moments in the track where it's just fitting more of Michael's side.
Yeah, and it just like with the
Also, this
Halloween theme.
shot, this shot of Michael just pushing Jason to the edge just feels so weird.
Has I don't recall, but has he like forced anybody onto a weapon before in the movies? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Like probably, but I don't remember. Also,
I'm
Pamela
trying to think.
Voorhees is 49 when she died.
Oof.
Damn.
I I'll be honest. I thought the killing blow was actually going to be Michael drowning.
Really?
Like, yeah, Jason actually dragging him into the lake. I thought they were actually going to be in Crystal Lake.
Or like what could have been a better ending? Like keep the killing blow, but like bring Michael's body into a sleeping bag and for the remains, just throw it into the lake.
Because I was expecting somehow they were going to reference a idea of. Because here's how I actually thought of it. Because I knew Jason was going to win. No shit.
Everyone did.
Um, they were going to have it to where Michael does a killing blow on Jason to make everyone think that, oh hey,
He
Michael
actually
actually won and not
won,
Jason.
but they did in the beginning.
But Michael is slowly trying to grab his knife and try to kill the remaining survivor, and Jason just pops out of nowhere and drags him into the lake. Oh, by the way, this is also near the port side.
Oh, what? What?
I don't know.
Okay, but frame by let's like focus more on like the animation, like instead of like the plot and stuff. So
Oh, the
like the
just
frames.
how fast at the beginning, just them dodging their strikes alone. I was like, this doesn't feel anywhere similar to these two
It's too
whatsoever.
fast. These two are
Like
killers.
at any moment, I was
They're,
expecting Michael just do a multi-shot barrage.
I could like slow it down, and it'll feel fit more. Here, let me see. Yeah, when I slowed it down, it fit more because like these two are not fast. Like they're big guys. They shouldn't be moving like fucking I don't know, like anime characters. And from like when I kept watching, it felt like when on the Rooster Teeth side, like the strikes were like not in sync. Yeah, yeah, like they were in sync. You heard you heard the stabbing sound before he actually stabbed them.
Yep.
Yeah. How long is this fight exactly?
I also want to say it's kind of funny realizing that the renders they use for the thumbnail is supposed to mesh similar with the models they used.
Yeah. But like overall, they kind of not delivered for a Halloween special this season. Like I
Yeah,
get what they were going for, but they tried.
which makes me wonder what they're going to do for next Halloween because I know people are talking about we're we're probably gonna get a video game versus video game Halloween special, which really just which is kind of funny
Yeah.
considering that literally there's only two Halloween themed matches for video game versus video game,
I
which
think like
is
isn't one of
Luigi
them like
Pac-Man.
isn't one of them a Blaze Blue Guilty Gear match or something?
No.
It was like Dimitri
Um,
versus fucking
oh, Dimitri Slayer, but that
yeah.
no, that's not Blaze Blue. That's Guilty Gear Darkstalkers.
Yeah.
Which
That
no, I don't want to count that one. I feel like if anything for next season's Halloween fight, we're either getting, and I find it funny because how different these two are. Funny Ghostbuster characters, which is Luigi Pac-Man,
hmm
or we're getting the legacy horror movie game, horror game, which
Ooh.
is Nemesis Pyramid Head.
Yeah, I would like that. That would be cool.
And I actually want it to be Nemesis Pyramid Head, considering how Silent Hill is actually returning with it's set with Silent Hill 2 remake,
And they're also
along
remaking
with
Resident
yeah
Evil,
remaking Resident Evil 4. Yeah,
which looks fucking beautiful, by the way.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna call that for the Halloween episode next season. But would you count that as a legacy?
What,
The Pyramid Head versus Nemesis.
Nemesis Pyramid? I mean, like literally, it's Silent Hill, Resident Evil. These two had a rivalry ever since their birth.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember now. Yeah.
Like we're talking Goku Superman levels of horror.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that deep. But now I get it. Overall, Jason Michael, it was cool. It was fine. Like I said, it was mid. I gave it like a 6, 7. It kind of did.
I gave it a 4.
You gave it a 4. But yeah, still a little disappointed. But it can't be perfect.
And then next time came in.
Yep. All right, hold up. Wait, before we get to that, I think I showed this in the reaction, but literally when we were reacting to this, Total did something.
You talking? Are you talking about that stupid?
Yeah,
Stupid.
the stupid
Hold up.
fucking fan art. If I could, all right, never mind.
Me making. I sped run this. I had to draw this in under 15 minutes.
But even for 15 minutes, it's still good. Oh, yep, there it is. Wait, hold up. Let me get that real quick.
We had to tell so many people when I first found out what next time was. Everyone had to like. Everyone who followed me had to tell other people who followed me, saying, "Don't look on Twitter. Do not look on
Don't
Twitter."
look at Twitter. And what did I do before the episode came? Like before I did the reaction, I looked on Twitter.
They looked on Twitter.
Anyways, yeah. But that's not the main focus of this live stream. The main focus was this.
Jesus, like, this is too many conversations. Just how everyone was hyping that shit like crazy just for it to like bomb.
Alright, so like I said in the beginning of this, I know nothing about Lord of the Rings and World of Warcraft. I knew about them, but like lore wise and the series, I just didn't know. So that's why I got this fucker here to help me. Alright, so do
God,
your
this is
Do your thing.
Yeah, this is my year. My year
His
is
year is amazing.
amazing.
So,
Like, there's, like, I've been when I saw next time, I was freaking like hell. I remember Vinny just joined. He has not seen it because he was waiting for the
oh,
reaction with
yeah.
you. And then when he just hears me, like literally in tears, freaking like out like hell, he instead of saying, "Oh hey guys, how's it going?" he then says, "Total, I think you just spoiled on what's next."
Yeah. Because I was expecting this to be the penultimate episode, like, before the finale. Crazy.
I
So,
literally tried to hold back not to spam this on my Twitter.
but he did it anyways.
Yeah. So Sauron Arthas, aka Sauron versus the Lich King. This is, oh dear. Where do we begin? Well, first off, I feel like we should say this, that's confirmed that's going to be in 3D.
Yeah. And didn't you say, like, Liam was doing Blender for this?
Yeah, Liam's working on it. It's in Blender.
Alright. So, yeah.
God, there's so much I want to say for this.
Go ahead.
And I think one of them definitely for me is I hope to God we get that army versus army.
Like, bring back to,
Since
like, Eggman Wily. I think that was the
yeah,
last time.
which yeah, that was back in season 1. So we haven't actually had a army versus army fight, nor a really good one at all. Because
True.
Eggman Wily was mostly just gagged
Yeah.
upon.
But on my Wise Mitsuru. Should I count?
No, I feel like to classify as an army, you have to have more than 5 people,
Oh, yeah, true.
and it has to be different. So you
And
can't so you can't
Red vs. Blue
say
doesn't count.
Danny versus Jane counts since they had the clones.
Would you count Red vs. Blue?
I don't know, because Red versus Blue was never. They were never classified as an army. They were more like a squad,
Like a team, yeah.
if anything. Yeah.
This is like huge.
Yeah. There was because when Sauron was announced, there was, and I feel like I want to bring up Sauron's other MUs real quick
Mm-hmm.
and why they didn't work before we
Voldemort,
get to
Voldemort, Voldemort.
Voldemort is one of them. I know Sauron versus Nightmare from Soul Calibur was a thing.
What?
Yeah.
It's because they look alike?
No. It also was a matchup for Arthas, but that was mostly focusing on the swords
So it's like
than
another
the
Death
actual
vs.
characters.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
God, I can imagine what the thumbnail would have
Then
looked like for that.
there's Sauron versus Vader, which they actually did a cast for that, if I remember.
Wait, did they? Hold up.
I think they did.
No, I don't see
Though
it.
if I remember correctly, I think it was called Sauron versus Vader Ruins Friendships. I may be wrong, but I do know that for if Vader's returning, I think we all know where he's ending up fighting.
Yeah. That could be next season.
Or after this episode, who knows? Because everyone's saying that we're going to get a Naruto episode. But anyway,
it could be that,
then,
or Sakura versus Rukia.
Yeah, and then there's the big MU for Sauron, which was Voldemort.
Yep. Which people thought it
The
was.
because it was heavily popular to the casual audience. However, there's some things that people should learn about. Just because it's popular to casuals doesn't mean it's instantly going to happen.
True.
Because you got to think of how the characters would mesh with each other.
Mhm.
Because, yeah, Voldemort's magic can't do shit to Sauron.
With him and his
Um,
big nose.
Sauron has a melee weapon while Voldemort has a ranged weapon. It kind of gets really boring for a little bit since we already had that with Luke Harry.
Hmm.
But unlike Luke Harry, where Harry had a vast majority of shit that could actually help him stay away from Luke, Voldemort doesn't.
Mm.
And of course, the big one, which I keep telling everyone about, why do you want Voldemort versus Sauron if there's a way better popular MU
Which is the one that
of
was
this
actually
matchup,
confirmed.
which is Gandalf Dumbledore?
Oh. I'm actually surprised that hasn't happened yet.
Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, if anything for Sauron, it was going to be Arthas. But
Yep.
now, for what they do, these two are basically the rulers of the Iron Fists, the Dark Lords, the corrupted kings themselves. Sauron is from I think I'm gonna say his name wrong, and I'm gonna like,
Wait,
oh
hold up.
dear, Phil.
Lord, George R. Martin.
Yeah, no, I think is it J.R.R. Tolkien?
Oh yeah.
Um, he he is the main baddie of the Lord of the Rings, Hobbit, and Shadow of Mordor.
Hmm.
The origin for his origin, it's been a mystery until Shadow of Mordor came along, where we find out that his story is that Buff, um, Mordor has been on a 3-age war. On the first war, a orc like mad king called, I think, Moggoth. I think that's his name, Moggoth, reigned supreme until he died. Then to take his place was Marion, a Marion, which is an elf who created some of the rings for the Elven King until he created a ring of power, which gave him the power that everyone um, is now wanting in around Mordor. Sauron has been a huge threat to Mordor to the point where he has fought through the second and third age war. Um,
Hmm.
and this man's a monster on height. Usually, people have depicted him as 5 foot or 6 foot, the size is of the size of an actual elf in
Five
Lord of the
foot isn't
Rings.
that big.
Yeah. Sauron's real height in his physical state is 9 foot. So this man towers over everyone in the land.
Really.
Yeah. He wields a giant mace which is strong enough to destroy even walls, not just any walls of fortresses. Um, Usually, I think it was like 11 feet thick, and he would able to bash through them with ease.
Hmm.
And this is without the power of the ring, which actually amplifies his powers. I think it's tenfold or not. But the ring gives him superhuman strength, a physical form, and if anyone takes off the ring, not only does Sauron die, but he goes into his transcended form, which is the Eye of Sauron. And if you want to fight his true form, you have to put on the ring.
Hmm.
But if you lose to him in the spiritual form, you actually do become the new Sauron.
Oh.
He also has an orc army, which range from archers, brutes, juggernauts. Um, even has the power to manipulate a Balrog, which actually is is a demonic molten fire dragon
Holy shit.
that no one can control, except Sauron.
Huh. So they both have dragons.
Yes. Now, Arthas, on the other hand, oh dear, the story of Arthas. Arthas Menelith was actually a prince to the Grand King of what's the kingdom called? Oh, it's gonna haunt me if I don't remember. I think it's called Azeroth. I may be wrong. Um, yeah, no, it's actually called Azeroth. Um, one day a demon from another realm has invaded Azeroth, and Arthas needs to protect it. So he ventures out to the frozen forest, went to a frozen forest where a podium holding a sword called Frostmourne is there. Frostmourne has been said that it is able to stop anything in its path, including demons, but comes with a cost that whoever wields the sword is now cursed and their soul is now corrupted.
So
Uh,
anybody who holds it is corrupted.
yes.
So if for some reason Sauron just picks.
If Sauron can't
Okay.
won't get corrupted by it, yeah,
Is he immune?
yeah, because of the
Okay.
Ring of Power.
All right.
So Arthas came back, killed the demon that was taking over Azeroth, and saved the kingdom. However, due to the sword already taking over his mind, he decided, I thirst for more blood. The sword still hungers, all that. So, when he meets his father to be like, oh hey, thank you for saving our kingdom, son, all that. He infiltrates his father's throne and murders him, takes his
Wow.
soul, and
Shit.
then leaves back to the frozen forest where he found Frostmourne. Um, he later finds a frozen kingdom, which is the Lich King's citadel, and finds the Lich King helmet, which was originally wielded by Nezerzol, who was an orc that originally was the Lich King.
Huh.
Once he was put on, the Lich King's powers has been has been activated, and now all of Warcraft has this infestation of undead frozen warriors.
Huh? My candy.
So you there, by the way? Oh, he's muted. I'm going to continue with this. So with the Lich King, Frostmourne, with the Lich King sword Frostmourne, he is able to use ice-based damage and able to summon the dead with each swing of his sword. So in the middle of battle against Sauron, the undead will actually come back and help Sauron throughout. His armor is if I remember correctly, strong enough to take hits from even explosives enough to destroy fortress walls. And God, it's kind of hard. Also has the power of necromancy and cryomancy. And of course, just like every okay, he's gone. Like every king, he also has an army. This frozen Skeletor army is more different than any other enemy that you fight in actual Warcraft. These enemies will give you slow damage and have come in various varieties as archers, juggernauts, hulking monstrosities, which as I call them, I think they're called just ice giants. He also has himself a bone dragon called, I think it's called Sara Dragonia. Hold up. Lich King Dragon. I forgot the name of it. Sing Dragosa, which aids the Lich King in battle. So we also have for someone to counter the Balrog. Oh my god, so weird talking alone. Bringing up the dragon that Lich King has. Now, I also want to bring this up because so here's the thing with the Lich King. Okay. So there's actually 3 Lich Kings, 3 hosts. They're specifically going to focus on Arthas, which is the second one. Yes. Yes. However, the first one, Narzel, which is an orc, we actually don't know much of him outside of before he gets the Lich King helmet, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know anything of him when he has the Lich King helmet, just before.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one, which is Bolvar Fordragon, who takes over the helmet after Arthas dies. Because the real lore of Warcraft is there always will be a Lich King.
Mm-hmm.
So if there isn't a Lich King, the helmet will actually start corrupting the nearest person to take over. And Bolvar, who is, if I remember correctly, immortal, took over as the new Lich King, so no one can be corrupted anymore.
Huh. Also, I just found this out. Like, do you think they'll mention Rings of Power? Or
Rings of Power? Yes, because apparently from
because
what I found
what
out,
I saw, like I think Sauron had a big part in it or something.
yeah. I mean, the Ring of Power is Sauron's ring.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like I don't know. I know nothing about Lord of the Rings, so yeah. Because I just did because since it's like new, I didn't know if they were going to feature it, or, like mention it. Anyways,
For the okay, I feel like I want to bring up big on specifically this part because this is the one part that really has to be brought up, which is the fight.
mhm.
Um,
What they could do for
this
the
fight,
fight?
th- well, the setting of the fight is very strict on it. Like you
Mhm.
have to be specific. The fight has to take place at the Lich King Citadel. No, no ifs, ands, or but about it.
Like the snow, wherever it is.
Um, yeah, the Snowy Kingdom,
Mm-hmm.
because the Lich King has to stay in the Citadel.
Oh.
So you can have. So how are you going to do a fight like that? Well, simple. For Sauron, have it to where it's more like Shadow of Mordor, where his army is invading each land to take over. For Arthas, this has been like I think every Warcraft fan who has played the Lich King event knows that the only way to fight Arthas is in his throne room. So you can have it to where Sauron and Arthas's army is fighting on the ground floor of the Citadel,
Mm-hmm.
while
I don't know why.
Sauron climbs up to the throne room of Arthas's Citadel,
Mm-hmm.
and when he meets Arthas, they finally do that fight.
Hmm.
And you could probably have it to where this is probably the most difficult part on here because I remember bringing this up to so many people that I really want this to happen. Have it to where Sauron Arthas's fight transitions from in the throne room to the actual war zone on the groundskeep of the Citadel.
Hmm.
Because the Warcraft has a lot of memes, without a doubt,
Mm-hmm.
and one of them everyone knows is Leroy Jenkins.
Mm-hmm.
You can have it to where in the middle of the fight you can see one of Arthas's soldiers charges in yelling that.
Mm-hmm. They could like do a lot of memes with that.
Oh yeah. Is it going to be like, oh, funny meme ha serious? No, they're going to take this fight full on serious.
Yeah. And I heard like they could also bring the "You Shall Not Pass," whatever it is,
Probably.
or just mention in the analysis. I
I,
don't know.
I I do know for a fact that literally if Arthas does win this, Arthas's winning quote has to be there can only be one true king.
Nope. Only one.
Since that is actually the ending, since that's actually the last quote he says to you if you die to him, in his event.
Mhm. What about Sauron?
For I don't know for Sauron,
Does he talk?
because
Oh yeah, he probably does. Okay.
Sauron really weirds me in his fight, because I'm actually going to be playing Shadow of Mordor soon for Sauron,
Hmm.
actually. And Sauron has this thing where he can either be his human form or just go into the full physical 9-foot tall monstrosity he is. And then there's also the one where he's just the freaking tower.
Hmm.
But then again, that really just depends on if they give Sauron the book, which also about Sauron, with it's how they are gonna, which version of Sauron they're gonna use. Like, are they gonna specifically use the movies, game, and that's it? Or are they also gonna give him the books? Because the books really change how they're gonna give who wins the outcome.
Are the books canon?
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously that's stupid.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings started off as a book.
This is what. Yeah, I don't. Anyways.
Apparently one of the researchers, I remember someone researching Sauron. I think it was Speedy, I may be wrong.
Didn't they say like it was one of the hardest like research they've ever done?
Yeah, Sauron is by far one of the most difficult characters to research, since Sauron can go from uni to outer in seconds.
Shit.
And I know the outer shit comes from the novels.
Hmm.
But for God, wait. For so I know they're going to give Sauron like perks and abilities from Heroes of the Storm and the Warcraft games, since if they were able to do the same thing with Jinx in her game, they're going to do it with Sauron.
True. There is some like. Are they going to like make Sauron win because of the whole Activision Blizzard thing, or
No,
do you think they're going to
because
take it seriously?
again, because okay, so World of Warcraft and Activision Blizzard, two different things.
Okay. Okay.
Like, literally how I can describe Activision Blizzard and actual Blizzard is how I can describe, because you've been in high school. I think you're yeah, you've been in high school, right?
Yeah.
So you know how a high school would always end up having like this other building outside of the main school,
Yep.
which is still part of the school.
Mm-hmm.
It's mostly used for like computers or some shit.
Yeah.
That's Activision Blizzard to Blizzard.
Oh, so regular Blizzard is fine.
Yeah,
All right.
because if regular Blizzard did that shit to Warcraft, oh, say goodbye to their entire company.
Yeah.
Their company is built on their game of Blizzard.
Also, I haven't seen the movie, but wasn't Arthas in Warcraft movie?
No, that more focused on
Brawl.
the Alliance and the Horde, which Arthas had nothing to take. It basically, if I remember correctly, Arthas is in there's 3 Warcraft games.
Mm-hmm.
The movie is supposed to talk about the first game. Arthas is in the 3rd game.
Oh, okay. So like,
But the movie talks more about Thrall, who is actually another popular Warcraft character people in
yeah,
Death Bell against a Warhammer character.
Kopkov Tarok.
No, Gazgul. Oh, are you talking about
Yeah,
Tarok?
yeah. That's currently his most wanted ever, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it could happen someday because since we're getting Warcraft now in the future.
Yeah, but it also really depends because again, Warhammer's really, real. You know how people say was it Common Rider is difficult to get because Toei?
Hmm.
Oh boy, Warhammer is something else.
Oh,
Literally Warhammer in a nutshell for their you 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 reference you like
anything.
do analysis on their character whatsoever, just the analysis portion or the preview analysis for
Hmm.
any Warhammer character. They sue you, they sue the company, they'll sue your foot, and they'll sue your children's foot.
What the? What?
They are strict as hell.
Even saying the name?
No, no, not that strict. Like literally, no joke. I remember making thumbnails of matchups on a stream, and one of them was all Gosgold. Second, I made the second I started working on Gosgold's part, which is from Warhammer,
Hmm.
my my channel. No, not my channel. The entire video just got shut down.
Holy shit. Okay.
But anyway, Sauron Arthas, you got any other questions you want to bring up for it?
Uh, Currently
Uh,
no. I think we can just move on to who you think could should win.
oh, who I think's gonna win?
Because I heard this was
If
really fucking close.
it, yeah, it really depends on if Sauron gets the books, then Sauron just straight up slaughters.
Hmm. I feel like they might give them all everything.
Then that, oh god, then that means, oh dear, how are they gonna do Arthas then?
Like, could they
Because
composite both of them?
well, that's the thing because Arthas is also in
Oh yeah,
Heroes of the Storm,
and recently,
which
hours ago, he was announced for Hearthstone,
yeah,
which is fucking bullshit.
Hearthstone scaling. What's even funny about not Hearthstone, the Lich King, Heroes of the Storm. If we're just compositing him with Heroes of the Storm as well, he scales to freaking Diablo and StarCraft,
Oh,
which bullshit. Hell, the Lich King is able, if I remember correctly, the Lich King is able to go 1v1 with Diablo itself. And
really?
Diablo, if I recall in the actual lore of Diablo, basically is the ruler of hell, and hell in Diablo is an infinite, and I mean infinite cesspool.
Oh, Jesus Christ. There's a lot. Okay.
Yeah. I also want to talk about the music. The music is going to be hellfire.
Hmm.
It's going to be good.
Yeah.
Going to get Therewolf in it. This is just my guess. This is not actual confirmed thing.
I don't
Going
know
to
if
get.
they would do Thero for three in a row.
I mean, they did with Brandon.
Yeah, but I don't know if Brandon's cheaper with his setup, because I think Thero is more advanced.
Yeah, but well, let's think of this. Do you want a high impact guitar solo rock that Brandon always gives
Or
on
orchestra.
a, or do you want a Therewolf track on a matchup that fits Therewolf's music?
Yeah.
Like hands
Well,
down.
yeah.
That's why I feel like I prefer this as a Therewolf track than anything.
I am in
And I
love for
want it to be vocals. The last time we ever got vocals on a Therewolf track was freaking Ikari.
yeah. And I just fucking love orchestral music, epic music like that, so it would be perfect.
I swear to God, if I do not hear on Kyron Whew!
All
Oh,
right.
oh dear, that did not feel good. Okay, note to self: don't drink Mountain Dew Zero Sugar in one gulp. Holy fuck!
Okay.
No, I'm gonna be honest. If I don't hear on Akarir near Thonagor, I may have I've said that wrong, but it's close enough.
Mhm.
In the track whatsoever, I'm gonna lose it.
All right. I'm pretty sure like they might because it could be in a different language. This track.
Yeah. Well, no, like, because it's mandatory in Arthas's theme,
Hmm.
and you don't even have to have it to where it says it's said like that constantly or in the lyrics of it. Just have it to where at the beginning it's just Adkar near Thonagor,
Hmm.
which is just long live the king.
Oh, Long Live the King. Okay. They could also do that for the track name.
Long live the king. No, okay, so I already had there's two idea track names I've seen for it. Um, and both of them are perfect, which is Lords of Warcraft
Okay.
or and my personal favorite one, which it's short, simple, to the point, Warlord.
I mean, it's a possibility.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So who do you think wins this?
from
If
judging
you
by
can,
what I've heard, uh, like I've heard like this can go either way. If you involve the books, from what I hear, like you give the Sauron,
yeah.
but
I also want to say this: that both their most powerful things, which is the ring and the sword, counter each other so bad to where the literally the only thing that can actually kill each other is just brute force,
oh,
which both of them have.
just even harder. Okay.
Yeah, like Sauron brute force bullshit is more powerful. However, the man was able to get his fingers cut off, which killed him, by the way,
What?
by a dull sword. And Frostmourne is supposed to be hundreds of times sharper than any sword.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
How? Okay, yeah, for blood loss.
Actually, no, not blood loss. So again, if Sauron loses the ring, he loses his physical form. And the ring can't mind control Arthas. So
Mhm.
Arthas can't put on the ring and be like, "Oh no, I'm now the new Thor," all that crap.
Mhm.
This is gonna be this is gonna be a crazy fight.
I'm expecting this to be like really long too. If it doesn't reach 20, 21, 22 minute mark, then you don't know what you're doing. But if I were to take a guess, if they're not using the books for Sauron, make it. But if they do use the books, then it could be a sweep for Sauron.
Yeah.
All right, all right. Before we end this, uh, there's some other stuff I'd like to talk about, like for this season.
And that is
Like we have like two more episodes after this. We have
two more episodes.
yeah. Uh, we still have not gotten a fighting game matchup. We still have not gotten a Naruto matchup, and we could like fit four more new franchises this season if they want to.
Okay, so Naruto. I think there are 2 to 3 ideas for a Naruto episode, and they are Orochimaru versus Medusa. I feel like getting more Soul Eater characters should be fine.
Like, and then
Since
save Maka for like season
yeah.
100.
Well, we know for a fact that Mock is gonna fight Ruby. The only thing we're just waiting for is when Ruby to end.
Yeah, and
So
then
really,
they give Ruby
have it to
out
where
reversal buffs.
I mean, considering where they're heading with the characters, I don't think she's getting buffed anymore.
Yeah, and also Monty said like he's okay with Ruby dying like,
Yeah,
before he
he's
passed away.
completely okay with it.
So it would not be disrespecting Monty. So he said he was
Hmm.
okay with it, and
Um,
he told them to wait till the series ended to do it.
yes.
So
So doing more Soul Eater characters,
mhm.
please, I'll be okay with that.
Got the kid versus Stocking, Black.
Well,
Well,
I think Medusa. I think Medusa would also be. Yeah, I think Medusa as their second rep is also good
Black Star.
since she also led a really big impact in Soul Eater.
Yeah. What about Black Star?
I don't know.
I mean, I've
And
seen
again,
him,
I don't think
but
I really have the right to say anything about Black Star since the matchup I had for Black Star is freaking Inosuke from Demon Slayer.
oh,
But that's
I
mostly
heard some
because
people like
a friend of mine made that as a comedy.
I heard some people like comparing like him to Rainbow Dash.
God.
Yeah,
Um,
but
but yeah, I see Orochimaru, Medusa. Considering the season's about bringing in new franchises in,
they
a
have
lot
been.
of people, a lot of people really want it to be Itachi versus Sesshomaru.
Hmm.
Which, hey, I think I'm okay with that now, considering the fact how, was it Inuyasha's now small planet, and now they're was it apparently Sesshomaru is immune to fusions. So, my boy getting a dub.
Base. Or you could bring Itachi fight the Undertaker.
No. And then this is actually what I want mostly. I know bringing in another Marvel character kind of would be like, oh god,
Like,
why? However, considering the fact how Naruto villains actually hype up their episode way more than any other character in
yeah,
Naruto, I wouldn't mind Pain versus Penance.
yeah, I've heard that one before.
Plus, not only that, like, would you? I think you would agree with me as well. I think the idea of bringing in a Katsuki character sounds good right now.
Yeah, it's long overdue.
Like, there's a lot of Katsuki members, and I don't think they're gonna do the freaking shark guy versus the one shark person from One Piece.
No,
And then there's also Obito, which
do that next
I'm
season.
gonna be honest. I know people want it as an episode. I see Vader versus Obito as a DBX.
Oh, really? Okay,
I'm not saying like, oh hey, as a death bell it's bad. I'm saying as a DBX, I feel like we're gonna get cucked like that.
maybe.
Like it's gonna be a DBX and stays that way.
Yeah.
Do I want it as a death bell? Yeah, sure.
It could happen
I
next
think
season.
yeah.
And then
Yeah, especially considering like I don't think there's any other. Never mind. I forgot about Palpatine Xehanort. I was gonna say there
yeah,
was no other Star Wars fight that's that popular.
but I felt like they were to keep that for DBX.
Nah.
Maybe not.
Considering the fact how it's very popular,
Hmm.
and
And they got Death Bell
honestly, I
themselves to use a commission track from Brandon, which was recently dethroned as the longest track.
freaking mad.
Was it an Undertale match?
No, It was Kirby versus Final Fantasy, and the reason why it was 17 minutes long is
Marks
because
versus somebody. Uh,
Kefka. It was
okay, yeah.
Kefka. Yeah. The reason why it was that long is actually because Kefka's final boss fight actually is canonically 17 minutes long.
Oh, alright. Then it makes sense.
But yeah, as a Naruto fight, that's my idea. It's going to be Itachi Sashomaru, Orochimaru, Medusa, or Pain Penance.
I don't know why, but I think the next Naruto character might be Sakura.
I really would love Sakura in. I don't think it should be Rukia. Hell, if anything, have it to where they bring back Tifa to fight Sakura.
Yeah, I think that's more popular, right?
Yeah, especially considering you could have it to
Tifa
where
got
the
fucked
giants.
so
You could
bad.
have it. You could have it to where Tifa brings in Ifrit as a summon
Hmm.
to counter Sakura's giant slug summon.
Yeah. Or if they wanted to, or they could, like they could just bring back Yang.
I talked about having it to where have Sakura just fight that one chick from Maji.
Hmm.
Since I'll be honest about Sakura, um, where I don't think she's that important when she's in the adult form. Like she gets
Hmm.
nothing.
But as a kid, like she was kind of important, right?
Yeah, I think the kid version of Sakura is very. How do I say this without summoning red flags?
I mean, it's not an
Better.
unpopular opinion that everyone hates her. So
No, I don't hate her. I actually adore her when she was the young form.
yeah, when she was younger, people didn't hate. Like when she got older, like it was bad.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like wasted potential.
So yeah,
But what others? Did you set a fighting game? We
yeah,
didn't have a fighting game. Okay, I don't think we're getting Liu King Jago
no, that's a legacy for like maybe next season.
next season. Hands down, next season.
That could be the only one.
I do think it's going to be Mortal Kombat, and the only
The
Mortal Kombat
30th
fight I can
anniversary.
think of is Kano versus Brian Fury.
Kano, he has a couple
You
of
could,
opponents.
yeah, but Brian Fury makes so much sense,
From
especially considering the fact how there's so much of a dynamic you can
he's from
have the
Tekken, right?
fight. Hmm?
He's
Yeah,
from
from
Tekken.
Tekken.
Okay.
Like literally, both of them cybernetics. Both of them have something to do with the black market. Both of them,
Or fucking
both of them are
scumbag.
such a both of them are such a massive threat to where the freaking U.S. military has to be on their ass 24/7.
But like in recent MK games, like Kano became the jobber.
Which honestly, that I'm okay with because it's Kano.
It's not
Kano
proactive.
being Kano being a jobber is honestly the most Kano thing I could think of. While Brian, on the other hand, if you've seen how Brian progressed through his entire years of Tekken, he's been going through the same thing similar to Kano.
Mhm.
Also, the idea of it, you could have the fight take place in a fucking bar.
Yeah, yeah. You could have like actual like bar fight,
Yeah, an actual bar fight,
and like it escalates
and it could also
outside.
be yeah, it could also be a Brandon Yates vocal as well.
Yeah, and then it escalates to fucking outside,
Yeah.
and then you get a gory death from
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, especially considering was it? I think you know about how Kano is able to headbutt someone's head
Yep.
completely.
Yep. Do that, but worse.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Brian can do that as well. In fact, he can survive Kano's headbutt, and you can have it to where Kano gets a concussion from it, and Brian's like, "My turn," and he just bashes his head.
Oh,
Yeah, Brian wins that, which I'm
hmm.
okay with because Brian Fury is kind of really dope. He
Hmm.
who doesn't love the fighting game character who invented Dick?
Invented dick. Yeah, not God. Him. And then, as for the finale of this season,
I don't. Everyone keeps saying Simone Kyle. I don't see it.
that's season 10 worthy.
I actually do see a season 10, considering fact how like a decade of Death Battle,
Mhm.
literally having it to where the season finale of season 10 is one of the biggest F Death Battle ideas to ever exist.
Like, they might bring up, like, oh, that happened in season 8. We're not doing that. But they are. Well, you know what? Since they've been talking about Undertale, like, a lot recently, this is not for the finale, next episode after Sauron Arthas, they could do Sam's
Bringing
Judge.
that. No, I don't think. Okay, I think Sans Judge fits season 10 as well.
True.
Yeah. Like there's some matchups in season 10 that I feel like fits where what matchups we think are going to happen next.
Mhm.
Like there's Liu King Jago as the fighting game matchup. There's Sans Judge as the Undertale matchup. Simone Kyle is the finale.
Like, and then Mordecai and Ricky vs. Finny Jake could be the cartoon matchup.
I still no, I don't want that.
I,
I
I
feel like
wanted to,
if
I want it to be
I will be
Homer Theater.
honest, I think I'll be dead honest for the cartoon matchup for season 10. It's going to be Bill Discord.
Yeah, that could be a premiere worthy.
Speaking of premiere, Cole versus Alex.
Yep. And
Considering that's been constantly put on the voting
if
poll.
you guys didn't know, many people, including me, have been tasked to promote Cole McGrath versus Alex Mercer for the Champion Clash, which is where DFL champions get to choose an episode for next season.
I didn't support Cole versus Alex. I'm a supporter for Care Bears Battle Royale.
No.
I will. I don't want that as an episode, but I just want that to be somehow talked about in a cast.
Yeah.
That someone is spreading Care Bears Battle Royale. And I'm like, it's me.
No, fuck you. You're getting fucking the Disney Princess Battle Royale. And you're gonna like it. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
God I don't have. Thank God I don't have champions, because that champion ballot would be just filled to the fucking brim of Julius Pringles versus Chef Boyardee.
Oh, fuck off with it. Yeah, like many big people in the community, like Nemesis, Red Runner, they've been promoting
Nemesis, Red Runner.
me.
I know. Wordly wants it spread.
Like
Trade
they're
a Goat
trying to
made
get
a trailer for it.
everybody into it.
Even Raptor. The entirety of the Raptor verse is
Like
praising that
like
matchup.
big people in the community have been promoting it like wildfire.
I think literally the only person who doesn't want it unironically is Reaper.
Huh.
Hell, that's why in like freaking Vinny's server, yeah, in Vinny's server, his name on there is literally called Colex. Colex gets its dick sucked too much,
Damn. I mean, I get
or
it. Like it's annoying for him, but yeah.
it's annoying. Also, him just continues to spread a matchup that will never happen
Wait, what? No,
because
no,
of
no, no, no.
that's it's the Fenrir versus Cerberus. Like it's good, yes, but Zeus Odin. Like no hate Reaper, but I'm gonna be truthful.
Yeah. And with that, I guess that's it. Like, is there anything else you want to mention before we go?
You guys want to know about the sock?
No. Thank you so much for.
Cancel, 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 cancel.
Never done. We're done. Anyways, Total, thank you for joining me here. If it
I like
wasn't,
bagels.
if if it was for you, like this would never happen. Like I would have just like did it awkwardly. I mean, this was already awkward, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, but when this uploads, it'll get more views. Like people will look at it. So, because usually when you're live, no one's here. But
Don't worry. Let a review talking about two different people's favorite matchups
Yeah,
by two people who have very hard social skills. Yep,
yeah.
I love it.
And also, of course, like totals will be in the reaction. Like, there's no way.
Mhm. Mhm.
If like if
I will
there's
shank Macer in the dick.
like
There.
all of us are trying to be in it. Like everyone in the balls group, in my group.
The entire balls reaction will have me and everyone there, and if it don't, I will spread the awareness of hashtag shank Macer's dick
Yeah,
on Twitter.
yeah. It would be fucked up if you just like forgot about you on purpose. But besides that, that's pretty much it. This I'm expecting this to be good. I'm expecting
I'm
this.
expecting I'm expecting it as well.
I I I haven't seen Liam
Watch how
animated.
I have to recreate that Akuma Khan meme, but
Yes.
swap you and me.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be the one laughing at you this time.
No, my powers, they're draining.
Haha. Una reverse card.
But yeah, thank y'all so much. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and like if there's anything like I'm also planning on making like when season 9 ends, a season 10 live thing with some friends to discuss like what could happen that season. So if you want to be in that,
Oh, definitely, definitely. I
like
have
I'll see if I
so
can get
many ideas for season 10.
like me, you, Vinny, and some others, because we're getting to like the one of the biggest seasons in the show's history.
Hmm.
People might not like know this, but like they say season 8 was the biggest. Nah, this is it. This right here, 10 years. I mean, 10 seasons is a huge like number, and it's gonna blow everything else out of the water. And I trust it. But that's it. Yeah. Once again, thank you, Total. Uh, go check out his channel. I'll post it in the chat. Actually, it's in the reaction video, so you can check that out. And he will be the main focus of the reaction for next video. So yeah, thank you for the people who are still here. Up there's none. And I'll see you next time.